The movie begins with a flashback of Lisa's mother abandoning her at a boarding school in Paris when she was 4 years old. Now grown, Lisa has decided to leave Paris behind and start a new life in America. At the airport, she reunites with her best friend Luca, who is thrilled to see her. They share a warm hug before heading to a party. However, just as they arrive at the outdoor Halloween party and Lisa is ready to enjoy herself, she receives a call from her sister Charlotte with bad news. Lisa learns that her mother's condition has worsened, and she has requested an injection to pass away if the pain becomes unbearable. Frustrated, Lisa agrees to return home. Charlotte urges her to speak to their mother over video call in case she doesn't make it in time. Lisa tearfully expresses her love, and Charlotte promises to wait as long as possible before administering the injection. Back in France, Lisa sees her mother one last time, finally holding her hand, something her mother never allowed when she was younger. A month later, Lisa has settled in LA, but Luca complains that she has shut herself off since her mother's passing. He urges her to try a dating app, but she doubts anyone would want her at 50. Ignoring her protests, Luca signs her up, insisting it's part of the LA experience. That evening, Lisa has a flashback of her father, Jules, a carefree womanizer who loved parties. At 12, she moved to America to live with him after her mother tried sending her back to boarding school, unwilling to include her in her new family. Lisa quickly adapted to the party life and grew to love disco. America now reminds her of disco, along with scrambled eggs, a staple from her time with Jules. While exploring the city, she gets a video call from her daughter, Carmen, who lives in Paris. Though not well off, Carmen is independent and resists Lisa's attempts to send her money from the inheritance. After the call, the cab driver, having overheard, offers his condolences for her mom and asks what brought her to America. When Lisa mentions she's a movie director, he excitedly shares that he's an actor and rehearses audition lines with her. Afterward, she stops by a tarot reading shop, eager to glimpse her future. Aurora, the tarot reader, tells Lisa that her mother regrets not showing her love. But Lisa isn't interested in the past. She wants to know if she'll make a movie in LA and find love. Aurora confirms the first but says love isn't in the cards. Some people are meant for relationships, while others are meant for solitude. And Lisa falls into the latter. Still, she encourages her to enjoy life. Back home, Lisa decides 3 years of abstinence is enough and starts swiping through the dating app. That night, she has a sensual dream while touching herself, but is abruptly woken by a loud child abduction alert on her phone. The next morning, Luca, who's managing Lisa's dating profile, excitedly tells her about the massive number of likes she's received. However, he's put her age as 43, insisting it's normal to take off 7 years in America. Despite his charm, Luca seems lonely. Later, he takes Lisa to a screening test at the hospital, where the doctor bombards her with questions about her sexuality. Overwhelmed by the endless labels, Lisa assures she's straight. Well, when sober. After the test, Luca reveals he set her up on a date from the app. Though Dave isn't particularly attractive, Luca insists starting with an average guy will make things less nerve-wracking. Lisa's date with Dave is a disaster. He's even less attractive than his pictures, more interested in the food than in her, and things take a turn for the worse when he has an allergic reaction. To her horror, she's forced to jab his EpiPen into his ass. What a night. The next day at yoga, she and Luca laugh about the fiasco, and he assures her the next date will be better. Over coffee, he confesses to tweaking her age again to broaden her options. At this rate, she'll be 20 soon. He shows her a match. John, a handsome 29-year-old. Lisa thinks he's too young, but Luca urges her to go for it. Later, while dressed up and waiting at the bar for John, she listens as Luca, ever carefree, gives her terrible advice to have fun before heading out. Lisa refuses to wait alone and insists on leaving with Luca, especially since John is late. Just as they're about to go, John texts that he's at the bar, and Luca urges her to stay before heading out. She finally approaches John, and they greet each other with a warm embrace. The chemistry is instant. They talk, laugh, and even dance together, completely lost in the moment. Their night ends back at Lisa's place, where they take things further, engaging in a passionate night. The next day, Lisa is in high spirits after her night with John and shares the details with Luca while shopping. When she asks about Luca's own dating life, he confides that it's not as easy for him. He points out a man in the store with his husband and daughter, revealing they had been together just a week ago. Though Luca feels bad seeing that the man is married, there's nothing he can do about it, and the man boldly ignores him. Later, at Luca's club, Lisa expresses how proud she is of his success in America. Luca is disappointed that she'll miss the Christmas show since she's going home for the holidays, but Lisa promises to be there for the next one. While sorting through her mother's clothes in Paris, Charlotte shares that she's joined a dating app, and Lisa is thrilled that Charlotte is enjoying her life, revealing she's on a dating app too. The family gathers for the holiday dinner with her brother Julian, his family Carmen and Thais, Lisa's younger daughter. They exchange gifts and enjoy the time together as a family. During the celebration, Lisa gets a call from John and steps aside to take it. He wishes her a Merry Christmas and sympathizes with her, knowing it's her first Christmas without her mom. John understands it can be hard because he lost his own mother 3 years ago. Before ending the call, he asks her to promise she'll let him know when she returns to LA, leaving Lisa blushing uncontrollably. Her family quickly notices Lisa's blush and presses her for details about the man responsible. Eventually, she tells them about John, but lies about his age, feeling it would be inappropriate to admit she's dating someone 21 years younger. Moments later, Charlotte gives Lisa a birthday present from their mother, revealing that even though she's gone, their mother wanted to give Lisa something. Charlotte insists Lisa wait until her birthday to open it, and Lisa feels a wave of emotion. Though her relationship with her mother wasn't the best, Lisa realizes she still misses her. For Christmas, Lisa gifts Luca a turtle, remembering how he lost his first one. Luca is touched by the thoughtful gift and expresses his gratitude. Luca's show at the club is a success, with him shining as the star of the night in heavy makeup. However, when he returns home, he's once again met with loneliness. The next day, things go from bad to worse. He's snubbed by a date he had been intimate with and learns that Andrew, the valet, has damaged his car. Despite all this, Luca still goes to pick up Lisa from the airport, excited to have her back in LA. At home, Lisa texts John to let him know she's arrived, and he quickly replies, eager to see her for a second date. Reunions have never been a positive experience for Lisa, especially with her mother. She's used to her expectations being dashed by a lack of love. But her reunion with John is different. He confesses he was nervous during their first date, and Lisa admits she felt too old for dating. John tells Lisa that 43 is the perfect age, which makes her feel awkward given her lie about her age. She quickly changes the subject, asking why he felt nervous, and he admits that he hasn't dated since his mother passed and struggles to open up to people. However, Lisa is the exception. Their date leads them back to Lisa's house, where they share another passionate night. Afterward, Lisa confesses that he's the first lover she's had in 3 years, which surprises John. Lisa curiously asks why a young, successful guy like him would be interested in someone like her. John explains that he's looking for something different and values their connection. They both relish in their passion, enjoying the moment together. However, things take a turn the next morning. John discovers Lisa's real age when he sees her passport. He confronts her, and she admits she lied because she was ashamed. Though John insists her age doesn't bother him, he's disappointed by her dishonesty, feeling a relationship can't work if they're not honest with each other. Lisa, confused, explains that a relationship wasn't what she was seeking when she joined the dating app. She was looking for something non-committal. John is devastated to learn this and believes they had potential together. With a heavy heart, he leaves her house, wishing her a fun time in LA, leaving Lisa dismayed. The end of a relationship always seemed like the end of the world to her mother, and it seems they are both the same in that aspect. Despite her attempts to reach out to John, he sadly ignores her texts. While hiking, Lisa opens up to Luca about her situation, and he encourages her not to lose hope. It seems Lisa has developed feelings for John after all. They run into Andrew, who asks about Luca's car. To Luca's surprise, Andrew asks him to call him sometime so they can hang out before he leaves. It seems all hope might not be lost for Luca. As they watch the sunset, Luca admits he's not used to real-life connections like Andrew, because he typically attracts men on the dating app who just want casual encounters. Lisa suggests he leave the app to meet real people and have genuine experiences. The next day, while lounging by the pool, Lisa gets a notification from the dating app about a match with a nudist named Bjorn. She tells Luca during yoga, revealing that Bjorn wants to have drinks with her at his house, completely unclothed. There sure are different characteristics of people in LA. Though Lisa is unsure about accepting the date, Luca encourages her to go through with it, insisting nudists are nice people. He gives her THC gummies to help calm her nerves before the date. Later that evening, while Luca is busy with a man, he gets a call from Lisa, complaining about the gummies' effect. She admits to taking 3, which leaves Luca stunned. Lisa reveals she's in front of Bjorn's house, though she's having second thoughts. Luca urges her to go through with the date, promising to check in on her every 10 minutes. Lisa eventually rings the doorbell, and Bjorn answers completely unclothed. He welcomes her inside and informs her to leave her clothes by the chair. Feeling awkward at first, Lisa eventually strips down, and they move to the living room. Bjorn quickly notices Lisa's discomfort, realizing it's her first time with a nudist. When Lisa asks why he chose this lifestyle, Bjorn explains that he feels people are most honest when unclothed, and that's what he values most. They're interrupted by a call from Luca, who's checking up on her. Lisa reassures him she'll call back and ends the call. When Bjorn asks where she was raised, Lisa feels emotional and struggles to answer. She shares that she was born in Paris, but mostly raised herself, since her mother never had time for her. The next morning, Lisa gets a video call from Carmen and Thias, who wish her a happy birthday. When they ask if she's opened her mother's gift, she remembers and ends the call to do so. Lisa finds a red lipstick and a bracelet left by her mother, which deeply moves her. In a letter, her mother apologizes for not being the best parent, but hopes the bracelet will serve as a token for a new relationship, while the lipstick is meant to symbolize the last kiss she never had the chance to give. Feeling the weight of the gesture, Lisa uses the lipstick to write the words, "I love you," all over her body and rests in the bathtub, finally forgiving her mother and finding peace. Later, while lounging by the pool, Lisa gets an unexpected call from John, asking if they can meet up later. She happily agrees, eager for the chance to reconnect, and apologizes for the way things ended between them. John also apologizes, expressing a desire to talk things through before ending the call. Lisa feels thrilled about this, eagerly running inside the house with excitement to get ready for their date. When she emerges looking glamorous, Luca gives her compliments, but she senses something is off with him and asks about it. In an emotional moment, Luca opens up about his struggles with dating, questioning why he never has luck with men. Lisa reassures him, explaining that he's built a protective shell because of past hurt from his mother. She applies the red lipstick on him, gifting it to him with the hope that it will help him, just as it helped her. Luca is grateful for her support and encourages Lisa to go to her date before she gets late. At the beach, John greets Lisa warmly and surprises her with a sweater from her favorite movie, wishing her a happy birthday. Lisa is surprised by how he knows about it, and John admits he saw it in her passport. He's also decorated the lifeguard tower for her, and they share takeout on the beach, enjoying each other's company. Later, John takes her to see the glowing ocean, creating a magical experience. Their love for each other is undeniable, and they become an official couple. Meanwhile, Luca, inspired by Lisa's support, reaches out to Edward, and their relationship blossoms into something beautiful as well. Lisa realizes that forgiveness doesn't just heal the past, it transforms it. Lisa visits Aurora to tell her that her prediction is wrong because she has found love. Aurora acknowledges that it wasn't the right time before, but can see how Lisa's heart is now glowing brightly, making Lisa excited.